Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is Nur Faaizah Jawas. I'm from G2 class. So today I want to tell you about the journal I read. It's about debate instruction in EFL classroom. So let's go into it. So this presentation is taken by the journal, and the journal is the research was aimed to find out whether or not using debate significantly improved the students' critical thinking and speaking skill achievements, and how much debate contribute to each aspect of critical thinking and speaking skill. The findings show that there was a significant improvement in critical thinking and speaking skill. There was also a significant mean difference between the experimental and control groups. There was high contribute of the debate toward the whole aspect of critical thinking. On the other side, there was high contribution of the debate toward the whole aspect of speaking skill. Next is introduction of this book. English is considered as a dominant and acceptable tool for global communication. The language is utilized to various degrees by people from all over the world. On a larger scale, English is regarded as an important language in various fields, including international trade, science and technology, banking, manufacturing, diplomacy, entertainment, education, and so forth. This means English becomes a means of communication among people in the world and plays a vital and a special role in the globalization era, particularly in the education system in Indonesia. Nowadays, English is an important language in Indonesia. It can be seen that English becomes the first foreign language that is taught in Indonesian starting from elementary school up to university level, and also the involvement of English as one of the essential subjects in the curriculum in Indonesian education. It seems the development of English language teaching in Indonesian touches the recent English curriculum objectives. The objective of teaching and learning English at schools is to bring along the students to a better understanding and ability of the language. Depdiknas RI, which states that the general standard objective of English language teaching at senior high comprehension about the relation between language and culture. The teaching of speaking skills has become increasingly important in English as a second or foreign language context. English for communicative purposes. Similarly, Richard asserts that the mastery of speaking skills in English is a priority for many second and foreign language learners. Learners consequently often evaluate their success in language learning as well as the effectiveness of their course on the basis of how well they feel they have improved in their spoken English proficiency. A lot of them are shy to use English in real communication. Most of them do not practice English in real communication and situations. Only few practice real communication and situation. Only few English in the classroom. Most of learners fail. Okay, first is the literature review. First is by critical thinking. The concept of critical thinking has been refined and enriched since it appears 2,000 and 1,500 years ago. By looking through literature, various definitions were found to help one understand the nature of critical thinking. John Dewey further suggests a 5-page critical thinking model which included suggestion, problem definition, hypothesis, generation, reasoning, and hypothesis testing. In these definitions, Dewey further states that the necessity for individuals to actively and presently participate in their own thinking process through reflections, giving reasons and interpretations of the conclusion and evaluate it. In the phase of suggestions, the students will have many suggestions in relations to the debate motions because when they have brainstorming, there will be information in changing it. In the phase of problem definitions, the students should define the problem of the debate motion word by word and as a whole in order that the debate process will not be out of track. Therefore, in order to be a critical thinker, the student should paces and follow the 5-phase critical thinking model offered by Dewey. Next is speaking skill. On the basis of the above revealed statement, the students are still having problems in one of the applicable methods to improve the students' English speaking skill is debate. This statement is supported by Dobson, who authored that debate helps students speak more fluently, and during a debate, they can represent their feelings and thoughts on an issue. Next is debate. Debate is definitely one of the most existing and valuable experience for the high school or college students. Those who learn to debate will learn how to research and gather a significant question in depth. They also learn how to organize research or arguments into a meaningful and persuasive presentation. Next is World School Debate Championship (WSDC) rules. In addition, there are actually many debate systems in the world such as British parliamentary debate, Australian parliamentary debate, World School Debating Championship, and so forth. In this research, the writer was primarily concerned on World School Debating Championship, which was described as follows. Next is population and sample. The research was conducted at the Islamic Senior High School Mantri, Palembang. The population of the research was the 10th graduate students of the Islamic Senior High School Mantri, Palembang in the academic year of 2013 and 2014. 48 students were selected purposely as the researchers' sample, in which each group consists of 24 students, respectively. The students involved in this research were all in the same academic year and taught by the same English teacher, and were not having English course during the research was carried out. Instructional procedures. Debate is definitely one of the most existing and valuable experiences for the high school or college students. Those who learn to debate will learn how to research and gather a significant question in depth. They also learn how to organize research or arguments into a meaningful and persuasive presentation. In addition to critical thinking skills, debates also demand the development of oral communication skills, which are vital for success in most careers. Next, findings, descriptive statistic. Thinking and speaking skill achievement in the experimental and control group. In the experimental group, the CT results show that 100% students were in good category with the mean score 16 based on the category of score range. It could be concluded that the students' critical thinking achievement of the experimental group was in good category. Next is the progressive analysis part sample t-test. Meanwhile, the mean of the students' critical thinking achievement in post-test of experimental group was 16.167, with the standard deviation was 1.1765. Next is the discussion. Pertaining to the results of findings, there were some aspects in the aspects of critical thinking achievement were influenced by debates such as context, issue, implication, and assumptions. the correlation between debate and critical thinking was very strong, and the aspect that was most influenced by debate was context. This might because by the process of debate, especially pre-debate sessions and while debate sessions in which requires the student as the member of debate team to think critically and deliberately in relation to the context recognitions to case and arguments pertaining to the debate motion, such as they want to bring their case and argument from the context of educational, economic, cultural, political, and so forth. This statement is strengthened by Yin assert that the context in debate process is very important because it allows the emergence of alternative of rival explanations. Next is the conclusion. First, it could be concluded that debate, particularly World School Debate Championship, significantly improved the students' critical thinking and speaking skill. It was found out that students in experimental group got higher critical thinking and speaking skill achievement than those in control group after the debate strategy was applied as the treatment. Second, there was a significant mean difference in a critical thinking and speaking between the students who were taught using debate and those who were not. First, the students should be given more exposure in relation to the English speaking activity. For instance, the debate application in the classroom, particularly World School Debate Championship, which can stimulate the students to think critically and increase the students' self-confidence and motivation to speak before public. Third, both the school teacher and students should be well equipped with facilities, for instance, library, which can support them to search for the information needed. So that's all the presentation that I can give to you guys. That's all the information that I get from the journal. Thank you for staying watching this video. Hope you understand what I say to you. Thank you and see you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.